Right, thank you very much. Welcome back. Now we must look at 8.2.2. I can see now we have the correct answers for 8.2.2. You know now how to calculate the balance. I know there are many ways that you can use to find the balance. It's very important. Right now, before we look at the question, I want us to go back to 8.2.1. You remember now we said N. After 155 payments, now you'll be able to settle the loan. But now look here, we have N is 154, then 0.65. Now, we agreed that this 154, then you'll be able to make what? You'll be able to make 5,000 payments. Nay, you'll be able to pay 5,000 for 154 payments. But now, the last one we agreed that will be less than what? Will be less than 5,000. Right now, that is why we said, okay, of course we know that you will be able to make 155 payments, but the last one would be less than 5,000. Right now, let us look at the question now. Calculate the balance outstanding after you has paid the last 5,000. Now, the question now will be, when will be the last payments? When will be the last payment of 5,000? That will be at 154. That's correct, right? Now let us see what's going to happen here. The question here is 8.2.2. Then now we must find the balance. Now the balance, I know there are many ways to calculate this one, but most of the time I take this one here, that is A minus F. Why A minus S? Now we take the loan to that period, maybe to that payment, and then we find the number of payments that we made up to that, maybe 154 or 155. That is a compound minus the future. Let us see how this one works. Okay, now we take our loan. What is our loan? Our loan then is the 300,000. Our loan is 300,000. Now we say 1 plus, of course, what is the interest? Our interest is 0.18 divided by 12. Now, number of payments there is what? 154. That this one will be our last 5,000 payments that will make them, right? Minus, then the future value, you know, that is X into, and then 1 plus I. Now, what is X? X will be the monthly payments, which is 5,000. And of course, we have 1 plus. And then we must see now, what is our I? 0.18 divided by 12 to the exponent of 154. Then minus 1, right? And then we divide this here by 0.18 over 12. Good. Now, let us see now. Let us look at this one. Now we do our calculations. We want to know what is the loan at that time. The loan now should be 300,000, open brackets there, 1 plus, fraction 0.18 divided by 12, of course, to the exponent of close brackets, to the exponent of what? To the exponent of 154. Then it means here the loan is 2, then 970, then we have 925,498. It's very important to write everything down. You round off only the final answer there, right? That is, I think, 2,970,925 rand 50 cents, but you must write 498, right? And then minus what? And the future value, then we have what? And the future value we have 5,000, then open brackets there, 1 plus, then you have 0.18, then divide by 12, of course, to the exponent of 154. Now these are the number of payments. You just want to check how much maybe the person has paid, and then divided by 0.18 divided by 12. Let us see now here. This one give us 2,967,694 rand 90 or 998. Right, now what do we do now? You must find the difference between the two. Of course, minus this 29709 2925,498. That is 2970925,498. Each and every time you must check if what you have given the calculator is corresponding, right? And then we have now 3,250. It means now the balance after the 154 payments, the last 5,000 payments, then will be what? Will be 3,230 rand 50 cent. Right. This is the answer for 8.2. Remember, I know there are many ways that you can use to find the balance, but this is what I do. Then just take the compound to take the loan, and then as well as number of payments, just check how much you have paid up to this time. It means now you have paid what? You have paid 2,967,694 rand 99 and 8. Right. I think now you are happy with the balance now. Please, it's very important, this question. I know most of the time you are not happy about this one, but let me tell you, if you practice it from now on, you will get this question right. Thank you. Right. If you still have questions on this, please feel free to ask. I will see if I'll be able to give it to you. Right. 8.2.3. 8.2.3 is 2 marks question. Calculate the value of the final payments. Calculate the value of the final payments made by you to settle the loan. Calculate the value of the final payments made by you to settle the loan. It's a very interesting question for 2 marks. Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes will do. Right, quickly. Calculate the final value of the final payments made by you to settle the loan. Thank you. 2 minutes. Then we'll be back to discuss the question. Right, thank you. Right, what is your answer? What is your answer there? Let me see. You said this one is a 2 marks, then your answer is what? Okay, right. If you say your answer is 3,230 rand 50 cent, are you sure it's the correct answer? I don't think you are right, because remember now, we still have what? We still have a month to go. Each and every time there is an interest on it. Therefore, we can now see now the final payments or the amount then will then be what? Will then be what do we have here? 3,230 rand 50. And then we say because we are left now with a month, then it means it's going to be 0.18 divided by 12. Now, what is our n here? What is our n? Of course, n is 1. You can write 1 there. You can leave it. That is because we know that that will be to the exponent of 1. Right now, let me see now. You take 3,230 rand 50, and then you say, okay, this one will be 1 plus, of course, 0.18 divided by 12, and then your answer there, exponent 1. Your answer will then, it means now, the final payment then will be 3,278 rand 96 cent. That will be 3,278 rand 96. Please remember, there is an interest each and every time for each and every month. It's very, very important. Your answer is not 3,250. 3,230 rand 50, but it is 3,278 rand 96. I think you are happy with the question now. You understand it. Thank you. Right. We go now to 8.2.4. Calculate the total amount that you little paid to the bank. What will be the total amount? What will be the total amount? Of course, here, okay, you want to try it? Okay, let me see what is it that you have. That is 8.2.4. Then we agree that the total amount then will be what? What will be the total amount? Of course, we know that we are going to make what? 154 payments of what? Of 5,000. Is that correct? Yes. And then we add what? We add 3,278 rand 96. Now let us see what will be the total payments. 154 multiplied by 5,000 there, then is equals to this, and then we add 3,278 rand 96, and then you have what? You have 7,378.96. Then it means the total amount that you will pay to the bank will be what? 773,278. Right, I think you are happy with the answer. Make sure that you read the questions correctly, especially the last two. From the balance, how to calculate the balance is very important, and then the final payments also is very important. Of course, the total amount is just to take the number of payments, multiply by the monthly payments, and then from that one you add the amount over in there, which is 3,278 rand 96. I hope so far you are still enjoying the class, right? Okay, right now the other question that I want us to look at is question 8. Question 8 is very interesting question. That is from March 2011. Right. Let us look at the question. A father decided to buy a house for his family for 800,000. He agreed to pay monthly installment of what? 10,000 on a loan, which incurred interest at the rate of 14% per annum compounded monthly. The first payment was made at the end of the first month. Show that the loan will be paid off in 234 months. Show that the loan will be paid off in 234 months. Right, good people, it's a 4-mark question. I will give you 3 minutes to go through the question, then I'm going to discuss the question with you. Please make sure that you practice this one. The more you practice, the more you'll understand better. Thank you. 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, then we are back. Show that the loan will be paid off in 234 months. Thank you. After 3 minutes, then I'm going to discuss the question. Then a father decided to buy a house for his family for 800,000, and then he agreed to pay the monthly installments of 10,000 on a loan, which incurred interest at the rate of 14% per annum, compounded monthly. And the first payment was made at the end of the first month. 8.2.1 show that the loan will be paid off in 234 months. Thank you. In 3 minutes, we'll discuss the question. Right, thank you very much. Let us see what is it that we have. We are back now. Show that the loan will be paid off in 234 months. I think you have 2 or 3 options that you can use to solve this problem here. Right, the formula that we can use is a present value. Then you can see that if n will be 234, or you can use the balance as well. You can use the balance, check maybe if that is 234, 233, then check what will be the balance. If the balance is less or greater, then you can make a conclusion from that one. But what I'm going to use now, I'm going to use the present value. The formula that we know, x into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power negative I, then divide by I. Right. What is the present value? That is the loan of what? 800,000 is equals to, do we have the monthly payments? Of course, the monthly payments there is 10,000, and then 1 minus 1 plus. What is the interest? 0.14 divided by 12 to the exponent of a negative n. We want to show that if n is 234, then we'll show that the loan will be paid off in 234. Right, and then from this one we divide by 0.14 over 12. Thank you. Right, what is the next step? Cross multiplication. You take 800,000 multiply by 0.14 over 12, and then you get what? You get 9,333 rand. We have 3, I think about 6 of them. Yes, then it's equals to 10,000 this side, and then 1 minus 1 plus 0,14 divided by 12 to the exponent of a negative n. Right, what is the next step from here? Divide by 10,000, then divide by 10,000 here, divide by 10,000, that's good. 10,000 into 10,000 goes once, and then this side, if I divide by 10,000, what's going to happen? Then we have, let me take it right, 14 over 15, that's correct. And then on the other side, I have 1 minus, and then 1 plus 0,14 divided by 12 to the exponent of minus n. Right, what do you do now? Transpose 1 on the other side. You have 14 over 15 minus 1 is equals to negative 1 plus 0,14 over 12 to the power of negative n. And now what is your answer then? Minus 1. You have a negative 0,0666. How many 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 666. And then the last one I think will be 7. Right? 1, 2. Okay, now it's equals to the negative here, and then you have 1 plus 0,14 divided by 12 to the power of negative n. Right, from here now you divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, and then 0,0666, then to 7, then is equals to 1 plus 0,14 divided by 12 to the power of negative n. Right, of course, from here, good people, what we can do is what? To apply the log's name. That will be minus n is equals to a log of the base is 1 plus 0,14 divided by 12 there. And then the number then is 0,066666 and then 7 there. Okay. Let's see what is it that we have here. We say now this one will be a log. Then here, let me see the log of the answer there. On this side, our base then is 1 plus 0,14 there over 12, and then close brackets. Right. And now let me see what will be the answer there. Then if minus n is equals to negative 233,4699962. Is that correct? Yes. Right, and then you divide by negative 1 on both sides. Therefore, n is equals to 233,47. N is equals to 233,47. Now, what will be a conclusion on this one? What will be a conclusion? Are you sure that the loan will be paid off in 234 months? Yes, the loan will be paid off. But now, remember now the last payment we agreed that will be less than what? The last payment will be less than 10,000. The last payment will be less than 10,000. Thank you very much. Right. Now the last question on this one, that is 8.2. 8.2, it says, now suppose that the father encountered unexpected expenses and was unable to pay an installment at the end of 120, 121, 122, and 123 months. Then at the end of 124 months, he increased his payments so as to still pay off the loan in 234 months by 111 equal monthly payments. Now you must calculate the value of this new installment. You must calculate the value of this new installment. Right? Good. It's about 6 marks question. I'm going to give you 4 minutes as well to do 8.2. Suppose that the father encountered unexpected expenses and was unable to pay any installment at the end of 120 to 123 months, and then at the end of 124 months, he increased his payments so as to still pay off the loan in 234 months by 111 equal monthly payments. Thank you very much. Calculate the value of these new installments. Right. We'll be back in 4 minutes to discuss the solutions. Go through the questions quickly. Thank you very much. Let us see. What do you have? What is the first thing that you did there? Of course, you have number of steps that you must look at, because when you look at the question, of course, it's a 7 marks question, right? 7 marks question. Okay. Now, when you look at this one here, suppose the father encountered unexpected expenses and was unable to pay any installment at the end of 120. Right? When was the last payment? We agree that the last payment was at, I'll use a timeline here so that at least we can understand each other, right? Of course, I can say this will be T19, and then this will be T120, and then this will be T121, and then T122, T123, and then T124. Of course, the last one should be T34. Thank you. Right now, the father did the payment up to T119. But now, when he was supposed to make a payment here, now he encountered an unexpected expenses. Now he couldn't make any payments from 120, 121, 122 up to 123. But now, then at the end of 124, he increased his payments so as to still pay off the loan in 234 months. It means now, from here up to that one here, then you must make 111 equal monthly payments. Right. Now, what is it that you must do now from here? Now, we agree, good people, that you must find what? The balance. You must start with the balance first to see what is the balance at this point here. What is the balance before the father can settle the loan? Is that correct? Now, how do we calculate the balance? Like we said, the balance here is A minus what? A minus F. That is a compound minus the future. Right. Now, the compound here are going to have 800,000 into 1 plus, what is the interest? 0.14 divided by 12 to the exponent of what? The last payment was at what? T119. Minus, what is the future there? The monthly payment is 10,000. And then, of course, 1 plus 0.14 divided by 12 to the exponent of what? To the exponent of 119 minus 1. Then we divide this by what? We divide this by 0.14 over 12. Thank you very much. Right. Now we can work out this. And now we say, okay, 800,000 into 1 plus the fractions there, 0.14 over 12, then to the exponent of what? 119. That was our last payment. Of course, we have 3,180,866 rand 40 cent or 41 cent. Okay, then minus what? Future value there. We have 10,000. Future value, we have 10,000, which is the monthly payments. Of course, 1 plus what? 0.14 there to the exponent of, divide by 12 to the exponent of 119, and then minus 1. Good. And then we divide it by 0.14 over what? Over 12. Right. What do you have? You have 2 million there, 550,928 rand 291. It means now the amount that he paid up to now is 2,550,928 rand 29 cents. That's correct. And now what we want to find out is what is the balance? What is the balance there? Now we take 3,180,866 rand 40 cent or 41 cent minus 2,550,928 rand 291. Right? What is your answer? Then the answer there is what? It's 629,938 rand 11 cents. Right, I think you have the same thing. That is 629,938 rand 11 cents. But good, this is the balance way. It means now at this time here, at this time the father still has to pay this amount here. Still has to pay 629,938 rand 11 cents at this time, right? But now at T120 he didn't make any payments. At T121 no payments. At T122 no payments, and then at T123 as well no payments. But the first payment was when at T124 up to the last one. But we want to find out how much now must he pay, so that to make sure that at the end of T31 he has settled the loan, right? What is it that you are going to do now? Remember, like we said earlier on, under the present value you must make sure that there is a gap. There is a gap between a 1 month gap here. You must have a gap before you make what? A payment. It means now we must take this amount here and then move it to what? To 123. Right? How do we do that one? You remember now this one now, the total payable, the total, see here, okay, the total payable at that time is equals to what? It's equal to 629,938 rand 11 cents, and then we say this one is going to be what? 1 plus what is the interest? 0.14 divided by 12, and then what will be n? Now we must see, okay, he didn't pay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that 4 payments there. Of course, now when you work this one out, we say time is 1 plus 0.14 there, divided by 12, and then to the exponent of what? To the exponent of 4. Of course, the loan now is 659,853 rand 6884. Right, now at this time, at T123, the loan now is 659,853 rand 69 cents or 6884. Right, now the question, remember, they said what is the new installment? Right, for new installment now we say, okay, new installment then will be what? Right, for new installment we have PV is equals to what? Is equals to x into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of minus n divided by I. What is the present value at the moment? Now the present value is what? It's 659,853 rand 6884. Now it's equals to, we're looking for what? We are looking for x, of course, 1 minus and then 1 plus, and then I there, I is 0.14 divided by 12 there to the exponent of negative what? Remember now here, they said now we still have to pay 111 equal monthly payments. Of course, then our n will be what? Will be minus 111, that's correct. And then we divide it by what? By 0.14 over 12. Thank you very much. Now, what is the next step here? The next step is a cross multiplication. You take your answer there. You take your answer and then you multiply it by what? You multiply it by 0.14 divided by 12. Then I take this answer here. I multiply by 0.14 over 12. That's good. Let me see what is it that we have. Now we have, okay, maybe I must write down the formula, everything. 659,853,6884. Then multiply by 0.14 divided by 12. And then this one, everything here, we must divide it by 1 minus. Must divide it by 1 minus 1 plus 0.14 over 12 to the exponent of minus 111. And then close the brackets, and then it should give us what? X. Right. Take this one, divide by the brackets, 1 minus 1 minus open bracket, 1 plus the fraction there, 0.14 divided by 12. Of course, we are going to get what? We are going to get this one here. We are going to get 10,632 rand 39 cents. I can see the smile there. I can see the smile. Then it means you have the correct answer there. It means now the new installment will then be what? 10,632 rand 39. Good people, this type of questions are very, very important. Make sure that you practice. They will help you to understand much better. Right. Remember the loan, there is a gap of a month. It's very important. But the future value, of course, future value, the only thing that you must take care of, you must understand the statement. If there is immediately, then you do what? You add 1 there. You add 1. I think you are happy with the question, right? Remember we started where? We started with the balance first. We wanted to check at T119 there. T119, what is the balance at that time? Then you see that the balance was 6,938 rand 11 cent, and then we said okay, fine, because now the first payment will be made at T124. Then it means we must create a loan to 123, so that we have only a gap of what? Of a month, so that we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So our N here under the total payable will be what? Will be 4. That is why now you have seen that at T123, the amount that still has to be paid is 659,853 rand 6884. That's correct. And now because this is our loan now, now the new installment under the present value, then you say PV is equals to X into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative N divided by I. Of course, you substitute the new loan, and then everything now make X the subject of the formula there. Of course, your answer, 10,632 rand 39 cents. Thank you very much, good people. I think you are still enjoying the class. I think you have learned a lot from today's lesson, especially with regard to financial mathematics. I know it's a plus or minus 15 marks, but if you can get plus or minus 10 there, like I said earlier on, then you'll be on the safe side, right? Okay, now we didn't say anything with regard to the sinking funds and everything. Of course, you remember yesterday we have looked at question 7. I've looked at question 7. That was the last question that we did, November 2012. 7.1. You still remember what is the answer there for the scrap value? What happened there? Yes, you remember now. You must find the scrap value using which formula? Yes, AC equals to P into 1 minus I to the power of N. You still remember the answer there? Okay, right. Let me show you what happened there. Let me show you what was the answer there. You said that 7.1.1.1 there, the scrap value here is equals to P into 1 minus I to the power of N, right? And then you said what is P? It's 120,000. Okay, 1 minus, what is your I? 0.09 to the exponent of what? The exponent of 5. Yes, let's see what was the answer there. 120,000 and then 1 minus 0.09 there to the exponent of 5, and then your answer here was 74883,86. Your answer then was 74,883 rand 86 cents. Right, that was the scrap value there. Okay, right. And then from this one, they said after 5 years, then the machine need to be replaced. During this time, inflation remained constant at 7% per annum. Determine the cost of the new machine at the end of 5 years. Now, the new machine, like I said, if you buy a car now, you can expect that the same car in 5 years' time will still cost the same amount. Of course, will increase. That is why now here we needed to take what? The same one, AC equals to P, but this time we use what? A plus. We use a plus, right? What do we do now? You take 120,000 there. You take 120,000 there, and then you say 1 plus, what is your I? And inflation is 0.07, and then to the power of 5, and then what is your answer? What is your answer? That is 120,000. 120,000 and 1 plus 0.07 there, and then to the exponent of 5. Of course, the new cost now will be 168,306 rand 21. Nee, will be 168,306 rand 21. Of course, good people, now when you look at 7.1.3 now, they say now the business estimated that it will need 90,000 by the end of 5 years. A sinking fund for 90,000, into which equal monthly installment must be paid, is set up. Now, interest on this fund is what? It's 8.5% per annum, compounded monthly. Now, the first payment will be made immediately. Okay. And then the last payment, of course, will be made at the end of the 5-year period. Right. Now, before we answer the question, good people, when you look at the last two questions, 7.1 as well as 7.2 there, you'll find that most of the time, especially when you find the sinking funds, sometimes they'll ask you what will be the amount that will be needed in the sinking funds. You remember that a sinking fund then plus the scrap value must give us the new cost. The sinking funds plus the scrap value there must give us the new cost. It means now, if we want to find the sinking fund, then it means you must take the new cost and then you minus the scrap value. Remember, this is very, very important. Sinking funds is a new cost minus the scrap value. It means you can take 168, then you minus that one. But in this question, we are not going to use the formula here, because they said they estimate that it will need 90,000. They said it will need 90,000. Let us see what's going to happen. 7.1.3. It says now, okay, which formula are we going to use? Yes, it's an investment. We're going to use the future value there, x into, and then 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 there, and then divide by I. Do we have the future value? Yes. What is the future value? 90 what? 90,000. Of course, we are looking for what? We are looking for a monthly payment, which is what? Which is x. Then x there, and then 1 plus. Then what is the interest? It's 8.5%. 8.5%, which is 0.085. Divide by what? Divide by 12, because they say it is compounded monthly. And then to the power of what? For 5 years period. Then now we say number of payments will be 5 times 12. It means that is 60. But is it 60? No. The first payment will be made immediately. Now from that 60, you add 1, then that will be a 61. The first payment will be made immediately. And then minus 1 there, and then divide by 0.085 over 12. Of course, good people, you know from here now, cross multiplication, you can take 90,000. You can take 90,000, multiply it by 0.085, divide by 12, and then divide by what? Divide by 1 plus 0.085, 12 there, and then 61. Then minus 1, correct. Then you have x as a subject of the formula. And then from here, do your subject. You can do the calculations on the calculator there. 90,000, open brackets. Okay, now multiply by the fractions there, 0.085 over 12, and then divide by 1 plus, of course, we have 0.085 divided by 12, good, and then to the exponent of 61, then minus 1, correct. Now, what do you do now? Equal sign. Let us see now, what will be the monthly payments now? They will have to pay 1,184 rand 62 cents. Do you have the same? 68 cents, right? Do you have the same answer? Yes, I can see through the smile that you are really enjoying this one. Right, your final answer there is 1,184 and 68. Good people, these questions are very, very important. Make sure that you understand this part here. Future value, especially when it comes to sinking funds, you take the new cost minus the scrap value, and now the sinking funds, now you just find the monthly payments. Now, you must take care of, read the statement. If there is a immediately, remember you do what? You add 1. It's very important, you must add 1 there. Okay, there's a question here. I'll come back to the question quickly, but now, before I respond to your question quickly, look at 7.2 there. Look at 7.2. Quickly go through 7.2. Lorraine received amount of 900,000 upon her retirement. She invested this amount immediately at interest rate of 10.5% per annum, compounded monthly. She needs an amount of 18,000 per month to maintain her lifestyle. She plans to withdraw the first. Okay, she plans she plans to withdraw the first amount at the end of the first month, right? Now, for how many months will she be able to live from her investment? Quickly go through 7.2, then I'll respond to your question before we answer this one. I will give you 4 minutes to go through the questions, then we'll discuss it after. Thank you very much. Thank you. Before we look at 7.2, there's one of your colleagues from Tuselos High School. Now you want to understand maybe where did we get that 119 there, 119, especially for 8.2.2, when we calculated the outstanding balance after Julia has paid the last 5,000. Here's the question, right? Okay, now let us go back to the statement. That is 8.2. Outstanding balance. Let me see. Okay. No, not this one. Okay, let me see the question quickly. Where's my question now? Where's the question? Right. Okay, you'll remember from this one that they said this was the father wanting to buy a house, and then he made the payments. Then at 120 payments, then he didn't make any payments because of some unexpected expenses. Right. Now, remember now, he didn't make any payments at this point here, at T120, right? But now, if he didn't make a payment at end of T120, when was the last time when he made a payment? That is at T119. He did pay from T1, now up to what? Up to T119. But when he was supposed to pay for T120, when he was supposed to make a payment at T120 day, he didn't pay. You remember now he had an unexpected expenses. Therefore now he making a payment at the end of what? T120, 124. That is why I said the answer here. Now T will be 109. We cannot use 120. He was supposed to pay here. But he didn't make that payment. The last payment that he made was at T1, 119. I think you are happy with the answer, I think you are happy with the answer. Thank you very much. Right. Let us look at this one quickly here. Right. Lorraine received an amount of 900,000 upon her retirement, and then she invested this amount immediately at interest rate of 10.5% per annum, compounded monthly, and she needs an amount of 18,000 per month to maintain her current lifestyle, and she planned to withdraw the first amount at the end of the first month. Good people, this is very important here. At the end of the first month, now how many months will she be able to live from her investment? Now, the question is, which formula are we going to use here? which formula we're going to use. Of course, I can see the retirement, the investment, then immediately, right? Good people. The formula that we are going to use here, that is PV is equals to x into 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n divided by I. Why? Because Lorraine took the money to the bank. Right. In that case, this 90,000, of course, for her side, it's investment, but from the bank, that will be a loan. It will be a loan. And then from that one, then you take the interest each and every month. Right. Let us see what is it that you have there. The present value there will be what? Will be 900,000. Of course, is equals to, then you do your x on this side, 1 minus 1 plus the interest 0,105 divided by what? Divided by 12 to the exponent of n, right? And then we divide this by 0,105 and then divide by 12. Of course, from this one, you know, you take 900,000 multiply by 0,105 and then 12 there. You divide it by 1 minus 1 plus 0,105, 12 to the power of, the monthly payments here should be 18. So for that should be 18,000. 18,000, of course. Okay, can I cancel this one out? This is 90,000. Then is equals to then 18,000 there. 1 minus 1 plus 0,105 divided by 12 to the power of n minus n there. And then I divide it by 0,105 n. That's correct. And then from this one, you do your cross multiplication. I'm looking at our time now. When you do the cross multiplication, I'll do it on the calculator. That is 900,000. Then multiply by 0,105 divided by 12. Of course, you're going to get 7,875 there. And then from this one, what do? You divide it by 18,000. Divided by 18,000. Of course, you get 7 over 18. And then from this one, what do now? Remember, now you must take 1 on the other side. Is that correct? Now you say minus 1. Minus 1 there. You get what? You get a negative 9. You get negative 9 over 16. Now it means now this one will be minus then 1 plus 0,105 over 12 to the power of n. Then you divide by negative on both sides. 9 over 16 is equals to then 1 plus 0,105 and then 12 there to exponent of negative n. And then good people, what do you do from here? You can apply the logs. You say, okay, log here, what is your base? Your base is 1 plus and then 0,105 divided by 12. Of course, those brackets, what is your number there? Your number is 9 over 16. Right. This will be your answer, negative 66, and then you divide both sides by the negative. Then you have your n as 66,04. Of course, when you look at this one here, then it means now you will be able to live from this investment for what? For 66 months. Right. When I look at our time now, we have almost plus or minus. I know, of course, you've covered a number of things. Like I said yesterday, take it bit by bit. Just take a little part of the finance. You did that yesterday, and then today you do the same. You must look at the future value, present value as well. Include the sinking funds, Yes, if you want to achieve something good, well, tomorrow is weekend and there is a big event for tomorrow, but make sure that you do your work. Now, tomorrow, 80% to do your work because exam is around the corner here. Sacrifice a lot. Until we meet again, we'll see, but go through. Good luck for this weekend. Please, just, motivate yourself, discipline yourself, especially when it comes to your schoolwork. Thank you very much for your time. I think you've enjoyed the lesson.